Hello, this is Marsha McClain, your professional sister. I'm so glad that you're able to join me on today. I got a lot of good, juicy topics for you to discuss. Thanksgiving 2020 with COVID-19, okay? But first, I want to do my community spotlight. Full disclosure, yes, I'm part of the spotlight. Don't be jealous, okay? So I want to tell you about this wonderful program that I was in called Launch Holly Springs. I took part in cohort 4. I was a graduate with 21 other entrepreneurs for the city, well, little town of Holly Springs. So in Wake County, they offer a program. I don't know how long it's been around, but I'm assuming 4 years because I'm cohort 4 and they only do it once a year, where they get together and they provide support to entrepreneurs. So I want to celebrate my class, my classmates in that cohort. It was 22 of us from all different walks of lives. Our businesses were extremely different at some times, but I want to just let you know that graduated. We graduated as a team. We provided support to one another, and I'm so grateful to Launch Holly Springs. If I'm not mistaken, there is a launch Apex and a launch Raleigh. And if you are not in the North Carolina area, please look and see, is this something that is provided in your area, or advocate for it to come to your area. Okay. It was a wonderful program, 10 weeks, grueling drills. Now let me stop. Grueling work though. Can you imagine working all day and then having to come in and have a structure from 6 to 9? It was a massive task, but I completed, as well as some of my as well as all of my cohort members. And I will be honest with you. I had computer problems, family issues, but it was enjoyable to know that I wasn't the only one going through that, and that they really, really encouraged me at launch. Also, not only did I get 10 weeks of free training, I'm going to get 6 months of a mentor. And this is what I be talking about when I say, you acknowledge I want to do something. Find people that are going to support you. Find people that are going to encourage you. You know, they have a lot of good free programs, especially now that so many people have lost their jobs. This is going to be a really good benefit for you. Launch Holly Springs, I love you. I thank, I just thank the Lord for you all the people that are part of Launch and provide support to new business owners. I just appreciate it. And like me, I'm kind of an old timer. I've been in business for a long time, but hey, I still was not doing everything right. I was doing things Marsha way, and Marsha way will get you in trouble with Texas. So I had to really make sure that I was kind of doing things correctly. Okay. So happy happy graduation, launch cohort number 4. I would like for you to go and like that to support them, okay, if you care. But it's a lot of really nice businesses there. If you got dogs, we have a lady that has an awesome um grooming service. We had a lot of people that's pouring into young people, a lot of coaching, a lot of another lady who does organization, just a lot of great people. We have a wonderful young lady that's a truck driver and taking over the family business. And then we have another lady that creates t-shirts and custom things. So go over there and help a small business, okay? And you can let them know Marsha sent you, that I was just shouting them out, okay? So let's get kind of down to business, okay? I am going to bring on Sara Palmer. She is part of Sara Palmer Speaks. She has been here before. We're going to talk and discuss for probably a good 10 minutes. We're going to talk about Thanksgiving, and I'm going to come back and discuss some other things with you. But before I bring her on, in the comment section, I have placed in here about um, Red Cross. Red Cross needs your help. If you care and would like to donate, I have put that information in there. They are getting low on blood and platelets and all that stuff. Please support the Red Cross. I've also put information in here about Holly Spring launch. And the reason I did that is because I know many of you all do not live in Holly Springs, okay? But so that you could kind of figure out, is it something similar in your area if you're saying, hey, I want to start out by being an entrepreneur, or, you know, I've been an entrepreneur, but I've been doing some bad stuff, and the tax man after me, I need some help. See if they can help you, okay? So let's try to just want to help one another. And if I can be a help to you, please let me know. Let's support, because this is a community, your professional sister community. I would like a spotlight. I would love to spotlight a young person that's doing some good stuff, or older person that's doing some stuff as well, okay? I really would like to spotlight what you're doing, and bring some attention to your business. Okay, so we're gonna bring Sara on, because I get a little long-winded like a preacher, so I'm gonna slow down a little bit. Okay, and we're gonna bring Sara on. Hi, Sara.
Hey, Marcia, so glad to be here. Love coming back to talk to you.
Oh, great. Thank you so much. So, today we're going to be talking about Thanksgiving. It's going to be a not a difficult, a different Thanksgiving than
Right.
what we're used to. And I wanted to just make sure that I address that. Some people text, and email me and was like, well, what do you think about this Thanksgiving and how are you preparing? So I wanted to make sure that I had somebody on to kind of talk about that, because what I say may be totally different than what you say. And if they can't receive what I'm saying, I'm like, I can't do that. Maybe you have some nuggets that they can, like, you know what, I make it do something like that. Is that fair?
That sounds fantastic. Absolutely.
Okay, so what would you suggest? So, what are your thoughts on COVID-19? Excuse me, Thanksgiving with COVID-19 2020?
So I want to start by saying, so I'm Sara Palmer. I'm the CEO and founder of Sara Palmer Speaks. I talk primarily to high achieving moms. Everybody gets something out of the message, but I'm especially talking to those of us between 30 and 50 that have been just getting things done pretty much our entire lives because we had to, or to prove them wrong, one or the other. And now we're looking around during a time like COVID going, okay, I did everything I was supposed to do. Why aren't I happy? Why am I feeling completely overwhelmed or messed up? And we talk about when I'm doing corporate trainings, when I'm doing group coaching, when I'm doing speaking engagements, we talk about, okay, if that's how we feel, how do we fix that without running away and just starting a new family somewhere? So I'm going to tell a quick story. This is like a little parable. There were this couple, they got together and they were talking one day, and the couple, one of them, woman says to the other person, what's one of your favorite meals? And the other person's like, oh my gosh, my grandma's ham is the best ham in the entire world. Like, I will crawl to get that. So woman's like, okay, well, I got to find out how to make that. So she gives her grandma a call. She says, hi, I'm trying to make the ham that you make because I know that it makes my partner so happy. So what do you do? How do you make it? And the grandma's comfortable, like actually sharing that. I understand that that is not something you're going to do right away, but she's like, okay, clearly they love each other. I'll tell. She goes, okay, first you take the ham, you cut off the ends of the ham, you put it in a pan, and then goes on to add all the extra, the glaze and the whatever. And they're like, okay, that sounds good. Why do you cut off the ends of the ham? And the grandma's like, actually, that's a really good question. It's because my mom did that. So she turns around and gives her mom a call, asks the same question, like, okay, how do we make that ham? Why do we cut off the ends? And her mom goes, you know what? It's because the pan that I had when we first got married, the pan was too small. So I cut off the ends because it fit. It had nothing to do with the recipe. That's just what I did because it's what I did at the time. The reason I tell that story is a lot of the traditions, a lot of the things we do,
Yes,
because it's what worked at the time.
that's right.
So I'm happy to say how our family's handling Thanksgiving, but one of the best phrases I've heard recently is tradition is peer pressure from people that aren't here anymore.
Oh, I like that. I like that. Yeah, because I'm like, why can't you think outside the box?
Yeah.
What is the big deal? Like me, I don't like turkey, but I make one when I have to just because
Yeah.
Thanksgiving you have turkey.
Yeah.
And me and my son both agreed this year, you know what? We're gonna have some ribs and that's what we're gonna do. So it's just like, why try to stress and get together with a bunch of people, and it may be dangerous not just for yourself but for the older people that's kind of in your family. So
Oh,
just kind of thinking about those things. So Sarah, what are your family going to do? What are you going to do a little different this year because of COVID?
oh, we're doing a lot different this year because of COVID. Um, I have members in my family who have high risk. So
Mhm.
basically, anybody in our family older, that's automatically higher risk. And actually, I'm pregnant this year.
Oh,
So
congratulations.
you, but she and we're higher risk. It's just, my body
Mhm.
drops its immunity to not fight the baby, but that means I can't fight very much else off either.
Okay.
And I'm not necessarily concerned that my family wouldn't survive. Like, we're pretty healthy. Now that doesn't mean a thing. I know, unfortunately, a lot of people who were perfectly healthy and haven't survived.
Yeah.
My concern isn't survive or don't survive. My concern is what happens after, the complications, because I know too many people that were healthy or kind of healthy before that are talking about, I can't walk up the stairs without resting now. Like, I have complications, my kidneys shot, I'm brain foggy now, never used to be. So I'm thinking beyond just survive or not survive for COVID. I'm thinking complications. I'm thinking, if my daughter gets COVID, she's almost definitely going to recover. But what if she's left with something forever? And we don't know how
Yes.
to fix all that yet. So this year we are doing a Zoom Thanksgiving.
Okay.
Everybody's making what we care to make. Like you said, oh my gosh, I'd love to have some ribs. I just like reach through the screen for that. That sounds so much better than turkey.
So yeah, because I'm so used to just having it made, just having it there, but I don't like it. And it's really a waste of my money. The only type of turkey I really like, I love a smoked turkey, but I don't know too many people that make smoked turkey.
Mm-hmm.
So but we just figured out we don't like it. So why am I wasting the money to get the turkey?
Totally. See, that's the ham story. Why'd you cut off the ends of the ham? Because
Yeah.
the pan I had didn't fit more than the ham. With you cut the ends off. The idea that we do stuff because we do it, not because it fits now. So I like the idea that a lot of families I've talked to, a lot of moms are talking about making new traditions. So instead of saying it's ruined, Thanksgiving's ruined, Hanukkah's ruined, Christmas is ruined, Kwanzaa's ruined, they're talking about, okay, we get to, instead of have to, we get to make new traditions. And maybe those will carry forward.
And that's right. And so that's one thing that I am emphasizing too. Watch what you say because words have power. You are still together, that is something to celebrate.
Yeah.
You're still able to have something to eat, and that's something to celebrate. Hopefully, at least half of the people in your family have jobs. I'm not trying to minimize that, but what I'm saying is,
Mhm.
hopefully, somebody in the house still has a job. These are things that we have to celebrate and be grateful for. So, one thing that I'm suggesting to people to do is really go around the table and say, hey, what are you grateful for? What about this Thanksgiving that you're going to celebrate instead of the food? Because you know you're going to eat too much and go into a diabetic carb coma. And we just don't want that to happen this year. We got to be grateful for something else. We can like the vittles, aka food, but
Mhm.
what else are we grateful for? Grateful to have a job. I'm grateful that I'm inside instead of outside. Or
Yeah.
it could be just as grateful as, we still made it. This thing has been here going on 9 months, I believe, and we're still here. We're still making it. And
Yeah.
so those are definitely some things that you could do a little bit different this year. And I
Yeah.
know that may sound cliche or very weak. And for some of you negative people, I pick you up in my spirit. Y'all better quit it. But you got to just be positive.
Yeah.
And if you can't be positive, ask somebody that you know is kind of nice and smile all the time. How do you be positive? What can I focus on instead of all the stuff that I don't like? What is something that I still enjoy and can be happy about? What you think about that, Sarah?
No, I absolutely agree. Now, I love there's been conversation a lot lately about something called spiritual bypassing. You probably already heard of it, but
Mm-hmm.
the idea that especially folks who look like me,
Mm-hmm.
who are coming in going, oh no, you should, if I'm saying what you said, oh, you should just be grateful that you're alive. And it's like, no, right now, most of my life sucks. So you go ahead and you tell me to be grateful, but I'm not.
Mm-hmm.
There's a difference between find what you can be grateful for. I am grateful that the sheets on my bed are clean. I am grateful that the water that I have to drink most of the time tastes good. I'm grateful. Start so small rather than go, you should just be glad that. Well, no, because you know what? What, 250,000 people have died of COVID. There is a good likelihood that almost everybody that's listening to this knows somebody who has it.
Yes.
So I 100% agree with you that gratitude is big and that the focus this year could be less on food and more on what we are, what we're thankful for. Even if that is, I'm thankful that I've been ignoring my plants and they're still alive somehow. Thankful for plants. So the idea that, the older folks who they traveled because they had to come sit around the table. And maybe this year, if somebody can show them how to sit on Zoom, it's not the same. It's not the same as being in person. I know that. But if that means they don't have to do a 2-hour uncomfortable car ride to sit at the table and get ignored by everybody for an hour and then take another uncomfortable 2-hour car ride home,
Yeah.
and instead that they can be part of the conversation online, then that's a not a bad thing. They can be sitting there eating whatever they care to eat, not whatever somebody else made that isn't as good as what they would have made if they were in
That's
charge.
right. And another thing that I like too is prepare them. Like if you prepare them before Thanksgiving, like let's do some test runs and make it fun because you may have to do that again at Thanksgiving. I'm sorry,
Yeah.
at Christmas.
Yes,
So
yes.
really do a test run. Remember your seasoned people. I don't like to call them older. I like to say they've been left in the oven a little bit long, got a little more seasoning than the rest of us. So, make sure that you include them so that they'll know that you appreciate it. I know I suggested to my family, let's do some snail mail, just sending mail. A lot of my older family members really appreciate a card. Make sure that you send a card this year or
Yes.
just call and say, I appreciate you.
Yeah.
And if you got family members that are nasty and negative, don't let them ruin your Thanksgiving. Those are the ones that you say, hey, do I really want to invest in this year? COVID gives you wonderful excuse. Like, we're going to just keep it small this year. We just going to keep it, kind of in-house this year, and that's okay.
Yes.
Because you don't want to be sitting around somebody that's negative or stressing you out. You worry. All of us, I think, worry a little bit about the COVID. It's always in the back of our head. We don't want to hear about it every conversation. And what you gonna do? What you think they're gonna do? And I'm like, can I just enjoy my ribs that I'm trying to eat? Because I'm not making turkey for you all who join us. I'm just like, let me enjoy my food right now, okay?
Yeah.
So those type of things.
We make the one thing that I've heard recently, and it really stuck with me, and this is gonna be kind of my finish off, is for safety. When I don't gather with my family in person this year, that protects your family. I'm in Pennsylvania. You're in South Carolina, right?
North Carolina, girl, don't make that mistake. Now listen. North Carolina, girl, North Carolina.
Yes, ma'am. I'm sorry. No, so me not gathering in Pennsylvania is gonna protect you in North Carolina because everybody just connects like ants. There's all these connections down there. So what I heard is we have two brains. We have an animal brain and we have a human brain. The animal brain we've had since forever, and that helps to keep us safe because we look around and we go, who do I know? Who are my people? Who look safe? If there's somebody that's making an awful lot of noise out in front of my house, I'm gonna kind of keep an eye on them because my animal brain goes not safe.
Mm-hmm.
The problem, so our animal brain tells us that the people around us, the family, the friends, the people we love, couldn't have COVID because it doesn't look like we have. Our animal brain doesn't understand germs. Our animal brain would see if somebody came in with a dangerous weapon. An animal brain can see if somebody's in there sneezing. Oh, wait, there's something going on there. You need to go.
Mm-hmm.
if we look fine and a lot of people are what they call asymptomatic, meaning they're walking around living their lives, our animal brain doesn't pick that up. So we keep saying, oh no, we're fine. Like they're okay. They're staying safe. Look at them. They're fine. They can come in. They can get close to grandma. They can get close to auntie. Like they can get close to uncle. They can get close to my teenagers. You know, our human brain knows germs. Our human brain knows that safer than sorry on this one. And my,
Okay.
you know, me protecting me protects you. And
Protects
you
you. I
protecting you.
like that.
Yeah, our
Okay.
human brains are great. Our animal brains are not great right now.
Now, okay. I want to thank you, Sarah. If you all would like to connect with her, it's Sarah Speaks on Facebook, but she's more on Instagram, correct?
Yes,
And
ma'am.
that's Sarah Speaks as well, correct?
At Sarah Palmer Speaks. So the same thing that's on my screen right now, all little smushed together with an at Sarah Palmer Speaks.
Okay, and I'm going to put that in here. She's an awesome speaker, an awesome coach, and she can go across the state lines. I got this kind of stay in house for therapy, but she can go across the state lines. So if you really like her, like how she speaks and break down things, that's one of the things that I love about her. I came across her on Instagram about 6 months ago, right, Sarah?
Right.
And I just like how she explains things. So if you would like to connect to her, please reach out on her Facebook or Instagram, and I'm going to put the Instagram in here right now. Thank you, Sarah, for taking time to speak with me. I appreciate it. And my community.
Thanks so much, Marcia. Thanks, everybody. Have a wonderful holidays. And I'm hoping to catch on another time soon, but I'll be happy to listen on the outside too, because you have good stuff every Sunday.
Oh, thank you, sweetie. I appreciate that. All right, lady. But we'll connect again in the new year, if not before.
Oh, for sure. Oh, for sure.
Bye bye.
Bye.
All right, you all. She gave us some wonderful nuggets, and I'm so glad about that. And I'm just going to kind of continue with what we were discussing Thanksgiving, COVID-19. I got some notes for you all. Okay. So I'm so excited. I wrote some notes down, took me back to high school. I don't know if I should be excited or. But let's talk about family gatherings, okay? I'm going to talk about what the CDC has suggested. They have suggested that the gatherings be small in a well ventilated room. Okay, make sure it's down to like 5 people in a ventilated room if that is possible, and hopefully like today it's not too bad here in North Carolina. You can maybe you can have something outside, do something a little different. Why not have a Thanksgiving cookout, do the family reunion style type of stuff. Why not do something like that? So just just kind of consider that, okay? So another thing that you can kind of do, make sure, like Sarah said about the Zoom, maybe doing the Zoom. I think that's something that definitely will be a wonderful benefit doing the Zoom. And that way you can connect with people all over and you can see what each other's cooking and talk about each other food and stuff, but you ain't got to taste it. You know how somebody make a good potato salad, somebody think they make a good potato salad, and you can say, oh yeah, that look good, but and then you could be texting, but we ain't gonna eat it. We'll look at it. Do those type of things. Make it fun, okay? But make sure that you have, if you're gonna get together, small groups, think small and quit being heathens. Don't be like, well, they ain't gonna tell me what to do. I heard it's a fake, it's a hoax, and all this stuff. I've had family members, older family members, that tested positive. I've been tested twice. So it's if you consider it a hoax, keep your hoax behind at the house because you'll be the very first one that bring home something. You know how, and I'm not trying to make a joke, but it comes out as a joke. Back in the day with I'm you know what let I'm gonna just say it, I can't help it. You know how back in the day when people had HIV and they would say you had to kill me slowly, and I'm trying to think about could that relate to people that are hard headed with COVID? Are you trying to get to killing me slowly and mess up everybody else Thanksgiving? Because if you're saying it's a hoax, it's not real, you're playing with my life. You're playing with your life, and I'm gonna need you to sit your hind parts home. And if you want to killing me slowly, Stay at home, stay at home, or stay, stay in your little box. Is that all right? Y'all don't call the CDC on me talking about, I'm just saying, but y'all remember that back in the day. Don't leave me out here hanging on this ledge by myself. But that's what it kind of remind me of. When you say stupid stuff like that, it's a hoax. And it's always some young person saying, and some old ones too. But and then I don't want to eat with you anyway. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to eat with you. When you're talking food talk like that, it's bad enough I got to smell the reefer on you. Yes, I said reefer. It's bad enough I got to smell that on you and your cigarettes and walking in and out the house, and I'm trying to eat my little cake and it tastes like a cigarette puff because you don't walk back in the house. All these things I ain't gonna have to deal with this year. So I thank I thank God for the small gatherings of the CDC, okay? Also, make sure that you social distance. Now, I had a family member, I was hoping she was going to make me a little something to eat, and she just let me know, I'll give you a brown paper bag. And in my opinion, a brown paper bag is luncheon meat. When you say I'm a brown paper bag, I don't want no luncheon meat. I don't eat turkey, but I want me a little rib. I would have ate some ham, but I was like, darn, if you ain't want me to come, all you had to say was I'm not cooking. That's all you had to say. Don't be telling me you gonna brown bag. You know that was worth a like and a share. Come on, like and share. I appreciate it. That's right, Cheryl, Sunshine. That's right. It's very real. Better be safe than sorry. And that's the truth. Yes, we're going into the 9 months of this, but you're not going into it alone. We're all dealing with this in our very own way. I'm a little depressed sometimes. I know it's hard to believe because I be up here talking junk, but I don't see y'all every day. My neighbors have tried to commit me 3 times. They called somebody, but I knew who he was, and he was like, Marsha, that's you. Go on in the house. And so they left me alone, but I be stumping up and down my sidewalk. And I just made a little sign. I just told them I'm going through, leave, leave me alone. But I'm a people person, and not to be around people causes me to be stressed out sometimes. That's all I'm saying. So it's hard for me sometimes. It's depressed. I had to get my big butt on a bike. I haven't ridden a bike in 30 years, and I got a neighbor when I be trying to ride my bike up a hill, so I can't ride it up the hill, so I had to get off of it and walk. And this little mean neighbor of mine, he told me, "You walking your bike again?" I'm like, you know what? One day I'm gonna get up this hill just to prove to you that I can. But I haven't been successful yet. But he just lets me know he'll come out just to see me walk my bike and say something about it. But I'm committed. I'm committed to walking that bike at least 3 times a week. Just finding some new ways to connect with people. And a lot of times I'll walk or ride the bike just so I can see other people and wave and connect. And that's sometimes why I go to the store too, but I had to stop doing that just because of the foolishness. I saw two people arguing about having a mask on, and it really kind of made me uncomfortable. So I really try to monitor when I go to the store. So we've all had to start being familiar with these type of things. Depressed, and I can imagine you all that have kids at home. I can't even imagine that. I pray for y'all because if that was me, I'm telling you, Jesus would have had to come in, and relieve me. I'm just serious. I don't think I could have handled that. And I just don't. So I commend you all who are working, have kids at home, and it's just a big stress. But realize, take it moment by moment. That's all you can do, okay? And call people, let people know that you're struggling or you need some help. Check on your strong friends. I'm considered a strong friend, but sometimes I need to be checked on. And it's sad, people go months and months and don't even check on their friends. But it's stressful sometimes. I'm telling you so you will know that it's okay to be stressed out, that you cry sometimes. Some of y'all cry, don't let nobody know. You be struggling and don't say nothing. And it may not be a financial struggle. It just may be I'm lonely. My family live far away. I can't really connect. I don't get a break from the kids. It's stressful. So just kind of think about those things, okay? Also, with the social distancing from the CDC, make Thanksgiving fun for the kids. Make some masks and put the gobble gobble on it or something like that. And give them a couple of dollars Who made the best mask? What about that? Get involved, do an activity with your kids. Get down there and do something with them or your little cousins or something. My son is grown, but I got a bunch of little cousins, and I really don't like children, but they like me. So I just kind of make it work. I'll get down there and do something with them so they know that I love them and they have that support. So do something fun. And grown folk, grown folk, how about playing some games? Don't bring out them little nasty games in the back of your closet. That's not for Thanksgiving, okay? That's for after noon. Excuse me, after midnight. I'm talking about like Uno. Okay, I got to explain stuff to some of y'all because some of y'all nasty. But maybe doing a little Uno or something like that, or Connect Four, or it's another game, maybe chess or something. No, chess too serious for Thanksgiving. But doing some of that stuff, bring out the games. Be prepared to do that, or have a disco day and dance it out. Who got the best moves? All of you know you're fat and stiff, but hey, get out there and do a little something and let the kids laugh at y'all a little bit. You all can do it. Do it outside though. Don't do it inside. Make sure you're outside so you can have a good time that way, okay? Do that make sense? Anybody got some input for me? I must be talking real good. I know I'm talking good, but make sure too that you have a good hand washing station. I like this. Thank you, Mitchell. I like this one. So yeah, this is a good one, especially if you go from like North Carolina to New York, or New York to Pennsylvania or something like that. Instead of the travel, just do the virtual. That's good. So another thing, make sure you have the hand washing stations. Okay, make sure you have those where people can wash their hands, put the hand sanitizer on, and dry your hands, because this COVID lives on surfaces. So we want to kind of be careful of that. Make some new happy times, some new traditions. Like this year, I have to make my own sweet potato pie. Can you believe that? Yes, I'm gonna call my aunt and my favorite cousin out. I'm gonna call both of you out. Neither one of them will make me a sweet potato pie. Can you believe that? I cannot believe that. They've been supplying me with sweet potato pie for 20 years. And this year they want to take a break. I don't know how I feel about that, but I guess because it's COVID, I give them a pass. I would have came and picked it up. I wouldn't even had to come inside. I could have done like Domino's, have a, what is it, no contact, no contact order. Just slide it in the trunk. So now I got to make a sweet potato pie. And I don't know how that's gonna be because I've been spoiled and haven't had to make one in 20 years. But I'm gonna try this year. I'm gonna see. I'm gonna let y'all know how it tastes. Y'all pray for a sister, okay? But I want me some sweet potatoes, so that's what I'm gonna do. So implementing new traditions. That's what I would like for you all to do. Another thing that I have asked my family to do. Y'all remember that Christmas movie, A Christmas Story with Ralphie? Normally we watch that at Christmas time, but I asked my son. My son is grown, but I asked him, can we watch that on Thanksgiving? He hates that movie because I watch it so much. But he was like, oh God, I guess so. So we're gonna watch that. We're definitely gonna be watching that movie, A Christmas Story. I could just watch it all day long, but that's something new that we're gonna implement. And also trying to find a new movie, a new Thanksgiving or Christmas movie that we can kind of jump into. Have the small gatherings, possible outdoors, and discuss with your family in advance what do you all want to do so you don't get to arguing and fussing. But this is a wonderful year to leave those negative Nancy's at home. Do not let them infiltrate and mess up your Thanksgiving. And if you know somebody already complaining and whining, don't let that get into your ear gate. Don't focus on that. Focus on the people that are saying, I don't like this situation any more than you, but we're going to make it work. Focus on those people, okay? You can definitely do that, and focus on what you can control. If I can go to your Facebook page and see that you living reckless out here in these streets, I'm gonna be all right with saying, no room at the end. You can't come here. And I'm gonna tell you, I made a mistake and told a family member that And I ain't gonna say they blocked me. I'm gonna say they changed their settings so I couldn't see. But I was just trying to figure out. I'm just gonna try to figure out, is this somewhere, do I really want to spend time with this person? And this is kind of how they're doing. So just kind of be cautious of that and check out their Facebook and Instagram before they block you or change their settings, okay? And also celebrate just being happy and excited. Celebrate that. Celebrate that COVID haven't hit your house, and you haven't had to deal with that. Celebrate that you still got a job to go to. And just learn to be grateful and get excited about Christmas. I'm normally excited about Black Friday deals, but hey, I'll be doing it online. Me and Amazon got an entanglement, a bad entanglement. I'm probably gonna have to put myself into therapy after this. I'm gonna tell you how bad my entanglement is with Amazon. The Amazon van that come around and drop your gifts off and stuff. The man told me, look, you need to get an Amazon day. I'm tired of coming to this street just for your house every other day. He was like, this is ridiculous. And this man, keep in mind, this is a man, I keep snacks outside for him, especially now that it's getting cold. I keep snacks outside, keep a little water, the good water too. And he gonna run his lip to me and suggest that I keep my stuff and get it all on one day. That's how bad my entanglement is. I had to take Amazon off my phone. That's how bad I was. That's how bad that entanglement was. I think my entanglement was worse than Jada Pinkett Smith. I'm telling you, I was having cravings and desires for the Amazon. It just did a sister real crazy. Don't be looking at me funny. Y'all have the same cravings and desires. You just won't you just won't admit it. But yeah, it gets real bad when the little Amazon people say, look, I'm tired of coming to your house. Thank you for the drinks, but this get ridiculous. You need to at least go one day or we can get all this at one time. That's how bad it was. That was good enough. Now I told y'all a secret. That was good enough for a like and a share now. I appreciate it. But that is all that I have for you on today. I want to make sure that you're happy going into Thanksgiving. I want to make sure that you are celebrating your life and your family's life. And remember your seasoned family members. And those are the people, I'm not going to say a age, but the ones that's a little slower or the ones that you need to check on a little bit more. Remember them on this Thanksgiving. They love mail, they do a love phone call. Go ahead and block a good hour out and talk to them a little bit. They take that hour and tell you the same thing 2 or 3 times. Go ahead and make somebody day and do that. Also, remember the blood drives. They're getting low on blood. I hear about these things and I just want to make you all aware of those things, okay? And I want to shout out my friend before I leave. This really made my day. Look what a friend got for me. Can y'all see that? It's a tumbler. I think it's for alcohol. But you see, I'm a little hyper already. It got my name on it. And it actually matched my nails this week. But y'all see I'm a little high without drinking. So I don't need a drink. So what I'm gonna do is next time I get a virgin Bahama Mama, I'm gonna make sure to put it in here and enjoy myself, act like I got me a strong drink. So thank you so much, Tanya, for this beautiful gift. I appreciate it. She got me this. I did an event for her and she made sure that I got this wonderful gift. I really appreciate it. You all, I have enjoyed talking with you all today and getting you all ready for Thanksgiving. Get excited, have some fun. Make sure that you remember why you're grateful. Go around the table and talk about it. I'm grateful for this. I appreciate that, and just enjoy yourself. Make new traditions. The point of today is make new traditions. You all take care. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday. Bye bye.